all my career and pretty much what it means, like really. So in the past 4 years, I have been referenced by many different constructions of my name by all of you. And as I respond to them the same, I've always felt that each came with its own different meaning and its own significance to me. Most commonly, TB, signaling the casual, normal, yet playful and energetic side to me that seeing when we do things outside of debate tournaments, or we're in the debate room, or when I'm wrestling all of each other around in the debate room. There's Taylor TB, signaling the elimination of my playful, energetic side into a serious and competitive officer that includes when I'm debating, or in a debate tournament. And I know that if you've ever seen me debate, you probably already know I turn into a completely different person than I turn into the Hulk, pretty much. My least favorite, Mr. Butler, given by Hollis, which usually signals that I have done something terribly wrong and it's not to be lectured or beaten upon the head and shoulders. Of course, severely about the head and shoulders. Of course, with just cause, as I may or may have not run an argument that critiques white supremacy in the debate community in front of a judge who stopped flowing out to the first lines of my 1NC. Slamming the door upon exiting the room when I found the judge voted against me, and lying to him and saying that Eric was my personal coach. I also may or may have not played rap music in every out round I had at Berkeley, and called the best debater in the nation a very dirty word to his face in one of those rounds. But tonight, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I come to you all not as TB, not as Taylor TB, and not even as Mr. Butler, but as Tyler Anthony Butler. And as though it was learned a lot these past 4 years, not only in terms of debate, but also about life and a little bit of how this world works. I have come a long, long way from my freshman year to standing before all of you as a senior. And it didn't happen overnight. And I would just like to take a few moments to share my experience with you all, because I feel I can teach you a little bit of something from me as I learned so much from all of you. So, coming in as a freshman at Taylor, I was totally lost. I'm not going to lie. I had just moved from California, and long story short, I had no clue as to what I was going to do at all with my life, in the time being or even in the future. On the very first day of school, I had no idea that walking into the debate class 7th period, that it would be an experience that changed my life forever. From the tons and tons of trophies hanging around everywhere, to the computers, to the back file cabinets, I knew that I wanted to be a part of this program because it was a winner, and I wanted to be a winner too. Being successful, although I very soon learned was not something that could happen overnight. Many nights I would stay up all throughout the night trying my hardest to perfect a case position, only for a judge to tell me that I would lose a round because of a hole in my case. And in many cases I would get super frustrated losing rounds. I know that I won off of an argument that was not made by my opponent, but rather a very opinionated judge who didn't necessarily agree with me for whatever reason. I tried hard for many years, and I came up short so many times. But I'm so glad that I kept at it, because when it came my time to reap the benefits of working hard, the success I garnered was more than I could have imagined. I got a bid. And although I am very satisfied with my career, as I never really expected it to be as successful as it was, I will always and forever miss debates because it truly was my first love. The only tears I have shed within the past 2 years have been over debate, because this activity is my passion. It is the only thing that kept me going throughout high school. I will always miss getting up on a Saturday morning of this tournament to hear the smoky voice of Shane O'Neill or any college judge announcing, "I vote next for Taylor." As winning a debate round is the best feeling you will ever get. Or having debaters you don't know coming up to you and going, "I wish Eric Bean had enough yet that I got me," making a total fool of themselves because they fear you. Or isn't he awesome that the debate picture was foolish to aesthetic? These are moments I'll never forget and will always cherish. Of course, with any great career, there are always great people that help make the career just flat out amazing. And although I appreciate all of you, there are a few I would like to mention who really played a role in my life through these 4 years and my experience in the debate. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for spending a ridiculous amount of money for me to travel this year. I really appreciate you guys. And although, I brought home as many trophies as you guys would have liked me to. I've learned so much more from, losing those rounds than I think I did from winning those rounds. And, I just really appreciate you. But specifically, I would like to pretty much go around and thank the peers that I really felt, played a significant part in my success, starting with Shedgar. You're probably the smartest person I know, and you're a great help to me at Berkeley in terms of argumentation, because I remember you garnered more suggestions in my trips panel than before the bid round than I did. And you also played a huge role outside of the debate in terms of nights where we did things that we really weren't supposed to be doing, and it was really fun. You are a great leader, and as long as you continue to shower regularly, you become the first president of the United States. I'm going to miss you, man, but I know you'll be there with me when the truck pulls that day. Grant, you're a lumberjack. Thank you for chopping all the wood to make all the tables and chairs in here. But really, you are a great friend, man. I remember you as well at Berkeley doing all you can to help me bid, as well as being hilarious the entire time. You helped make that trip amazing for me as well as everyone else. Furthermore, you survived debating with Derek Penn. I have all the respect in the world for you. That is amazing within itself. Yeah? Thanks for always being there for me, man. I'm really going to miss your car. As far as you not being mentioned in his speech, this is where you're wrote in. Although we have had our ups and downs, you truly are one of my best friends. One of the only people I can sit down on the phone with and keep the conversation going for hours and hours and hours, making fun of every single debater we don't like in the nation. From the Sahara Jet to Josh Robert Souter, to ought not equaling not ought when evaluating if ought not, to ha. My name is Jared Jackson, and my voice is very selfish. You are literally the funniest and most fun friend that I have. I really appreciate that. Furthermore, when Chris Harris probably announced that it was a 2-1 decision for the Avs from Taylor High School in that bid round at Berkeley, besides Steve Howard throwing his banner down, the first thing I saw during that adrenaline rush was you get up to hug me. I remember feeling myself starting to cry into your shoulder, and at that moment I literally felt like I was on top of the world. When Steve Howard comes riding down the street on his moped, driven by Todd Duke for revenge, I'll be there to back you up. Dude, man! I was going to get to you too, Ali. I just do it a little bit slower, man. Ali, you have come a very, very, very long way, little brother. I have seen you grow from winning in front of Joy Rivera by yelling that, "No, what? It's never happened!" for 4 minutes, 1 hour, to losing illegitimately to Sonia Bohr in the bubble round at Berkeley. I'll confirm that honestly wasn't mutually exclusive. You probably should have said how it was mutually exclusive. It wasn't mutually exclusive, but nonetheless, you're right. From TCU to Big, I learned as a young man how to behave because you're the most moral person I know, and it seems to, no one can change that about you. Never have I heard you cuss nor talk of profane things as we travel, which is very common with the rest of the team. You being a participant, and my advice to you is never change that about yourself because it makes you unique. Over the past 2 years, I have been able to dump all of my problems off on Ali.
Just for the record, I never heard anything.
But over the past 2 years, I've been able to dump all of my problems off on Ali. And he really listens, and it seems as if he really cares. And I love this guy because of that. Ali, you truly are my little brother, man. And I look forward to being, your personal coach next year. I'll be cutting a lot of stuff for you. Along with that, you need to know that this year alone, Kian and I have opened so many doors for you in so many ways. Katie Taylor is now one of the big boys in the community, not only in Texas, but also on the national circuit. And if you don't, call for TFA in the first 2 tournaments, bid at Greenville, Marks, UT, Grapevine, Hollywood, Berkeley, Emory, call for that, win TFA, win a round robin, and clear top seeing at 16 at TLC, you absolutely fail, and I will hurt you. Dude, I know you can do it, and I'm going to be watching. We all will be watching. Great expectations, please. And if you don't ask her, I'll ask her for you. Let me tell you another thing. Keon, it's your turn. If you want something to hate, I'm going to give you something to love. Keon has been on the team with me for 4 years, and never have I met someone so committed and dedicated to the team as much as he has been. Along with that, I don't view Keon as just a teammate, but my very, very best friend, and rather one of my brothers too. I love Keon. The bid that I received at Berkeley would not be in the hands of this team had it not been for Keon. Keon pushed me to work when I didn't want to, and Keon helped develop the Black aesthetic into an argument that became nationally competitive, and most importantly, encouraged me when I wanted to drop off and quit because I didn't think I could do it. Along with that, I could mention to you all the fun and ridiculous moments we had outside of today. We had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to having more fun with this man. Our friendship will never end, and I flat out refuse to let anyone tear us apart. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Ms. Wakeman, thanks for being our assistant coach. I know it's hard to deal with us right now, but you will get used to it. Last but not least, I would like to thank my second mommy, whom we all know as Hollis. And I would like to reflect on all that Hollis has done for me in my career to be a testament to what she can do for all of you. From the beginning of my career, Hollis took an interest in me for whatever reason and understood clearly what I wanted to do with my debate career and the success that I strive for. And whenever the frustration and anger would rise in me because I felt I couldn't stay competitive in this activity, Hollis would always be there. Throughout my sophomore and junior years of high school, Hollis believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. And I would always love Hollis because of that. I have shed more tears on Hollis' shoulder than anyone else in the past 4 years, and have learned and experienced more than I ever have debating under the leadership of Hollis. Under the leadership of her, I grew from being told I would never be a real debater to being told I deserved to compete at TOC this year, from being a nobody to being talked about all around the nation, and from losing all my rounds at a local to bidding at Berkeley. But most importantly, I went from being a boy into a man. And under the leadership of Hollis, if she can do all this for me, I know she can do all this for you. And as I leave you all as a member of the Taylor Debate Team, let me be an example to you that all you really need in this world to make your dreams come true is a little bit of faith and one life.